Hi guys, good morning everybody. I hope you would be good with your family. Today I am here in front of you once again with a new poem, Fire and Ice. This poem is composed by Robert Frost. So first of all, we would know about the poet. Robert Frost was an American poet. He was the author of a number of poetry collections. He is known for his realistic depiction. He has used simple vocabulary in his writings, as he wished his writing should be understandable for every reader. This poem, Fire and Ice, which is composed by Robert Frost, it expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or by fire. Both the components are compared with self-destructing human emotions by the poet. Poet has compared ice with hatred and he compared desire with fire. The poem tells us very artistically that we let our emotions rule us, and if we don't control them, they will surely destroy everything around us. According to the poet, fire and ice both are just as competent in bringing the world to a catastrophic end. Now I shall start explanation of the poem. So I am going to read first stanza of the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Here in the opening lines of the poem, poet expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by fire or ice. Poet represents debate type opinion. One group's opinion is that someday the earth's core will get so heated up that it would lead fire and it will destroy the earth's surface. On the other hand, second group's people say that if the temperature goes down day by day, that makes life on earth impossible. It would have the same catastrophic effect. The poet then compares fire and ice with the destructive features of human emotions. Desire he compares with fire and hatred he compares with ice. He says that from what he would aware about, that is fiery desires, he would favor those people who say that fire is more destructive, than any other component of nature. By saying this, he wants to say, if human beings let their emotions rule on themselves, consequences of unmonitored longing desires would be harmful. Now I am going to describe and explain second stanza of the poem. I am going to read this. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of it to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Through these lines, poet wants to convey that he is not braving of the first option of fire. He is considering that fire is more destructive component to destroy the world. But he thinks that if the world has to expire twice, then ice would be equally responsible in ending the world. Now here, poet brings a view between ice and hatred. The human capability of insensitivity and hatred has the potential for inner destruction. Though it is slow and steady, but it has the same effect that desire on us. So if an option is given between fire and ice would be just as good, equal to destroy the world. Message of the poem. Poet has given message through this poem that we should not let our desires rule on us. If we do so, our desires destroy us. Now we will discuss difficult words. Poet has used desire in the poem, and this is compared to the fire. That is the natural aspect. Then what do you mean by fire? Why poet has compared this to the fire? That is very destructive. Actually, fire means a strong feeling of wishing for something to happen. Means when somebody wishes a lot that should be happen with him, and he wishes a lot, that is called desire. After that, poet says favor. I favor those who help with fire. Means he gives his approval. He supports them. The word means perish. Perish means die. If the world dies 2 times, then what happened? And which options would be good? Poet selects 2 options, fire and ice. After that, suffice. What is the meaning of suffice? Suffice means be sufficient. Means ice would be sufficient to destroy the world. Now we will discuss about the poetic device which are used in the poem. Poet has used alliteration in the line world will favor fire. Those are the same pronunciation. Anaphora. Anaphora, some say. Here, this is the repetition also. And in this word expression, when in the beginning of a poem, this type of word is used, that is called anaphora. Personification. Personification here, fire and ice. Both are capable of destruction. Means both are used as living being. After that, enjambment, there is no punctuation mark. As you have seen in the poem, there is no full stop, there is no comma, there is no question mark. Nothing regarding punctuation is used in the poem, as poet didn't use punctuation in his previous poem, Dust of Snow. In the same way, he has not used punctuation in the poem Fire and Ice. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.